Hey guys, welcome back to Stinson Farms. Hey, we're here in the shop again today. We're going to be working on a project that I got in here a few days ago. Saved this for some rainy days, and it's raining. It's not raining a lot, but it has rained quite a bit today, and it rained a lot yesterday. So everything's wet. All the field work has come to a halt, and we're going to be working on this project. So this is an old trailer that I had. That was my dad's. He had this trailer built as a homemade trailer back in the 70s, and it's been a little bit of everything through the years. We've used it for a lot of stuff. Put this hitch on the front of it here about 20 years ago. Me and my nephew put that on so we could hook it to a ball in the truck. Used to just have an old pin hitch. But we're gonna make a water trailer out of it to haul water to the field when we're spraying. And I've got my tank on here, 325 gallon tank, I think. And we're gonna mount it right there where it's at. And we're gonna do some other odd and end things to the trailer, and we'll go through that as we do them. I'll let you see it. First thing we're gonna do is get a new jack on here. The old jack is played out, and well, half of it's gone, so it's of no use. I got my new jack, gonna get that put on, and then we'll go to work on getting the trailer lined up. But guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I won't get all this done today, of course, but just got home from work. Like I said, it's raining. Can't do anything in the field, so we're out here in the shop. So we're gonna work on it as we got time and get her knocked out, and today's the day we're gonna start. I'm gonna get all my stuff out and get the welder up here, and we'll get this welded in place first of all. Get the jack mount welded right here, and because I want to do that first, because to get up and down on the trailer, it's all over the place. So we're going to get this jack put on here and get us a solid foundation on the floor, and then we'll start to work on the trailer itself. All right, I got her jack on, and she works. I had to give it solid when I step up on the trailer. Before, the wheels is double axle, but the wheels are in the middle of the trailer, and without any support on this tongue, it'll set level on its own, but when you put any weight on it, it goes down. So I had to get the jack on it so I could walk on it. I've got the tank where I want it. I've got it centered up with the trailer and just a little bit forward of center of the axles to put the weight as much in the center of the trailer as I can, but give it a little more weight on the tongue, just a little bit, where it won't be raising up on the ball as the water's sloshing around. I'm gonna take these 2x4 blocks, and I'm gonna screw them down to the floor. I'm gonna put 4 of these on each corner to keep it, to support it a little bit forwards and backwards. And then we're gonna put one down here like this to support it side to side. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll put some straps on it as well. So right now we're gonna screw these blocks down and get them in place, and then we'll work on getting our straps put on. All right, so we just made a little box around the base of the tank, and we'll repeat that for the other side, and then we'll work on the strap. So I'm gonna get the other side done, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, we're back. Different day, but we're back at it again. Still raining, but so we're stuck inside, and we're gonna get back working on this trailer. So what I'm ready to do now, I've made my braces down here at the bottom to just kind of help support that and keep that in place. I've got a groove here in the tank that comes down each leg. We're going to strap that down to the trailer in those grooves, and I'm going to use these pieces here to bolt them down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drill a hole here in the wagon, or in the floor of the wagon, and I'm going to put a brace across the bottom from one side to the other, and we're going to come up through the bottom with a bolt and bolt these down so we can strap down to it. And that should hold everything in place. These 2x4s were just to keep it when the tank wasn't full of water or partially full, and when you're on the road it's going to be sloshing back and forth, and I just wanted a little extra something to hold it there instead of trying to rely on the straps all the way around. So we're going to drill some holes here. We got 4 of them to drill, and we'll get our eyelets put on there and get them bolted down, and we'll be able to strap her down. All right, so we're going to drill some holes. So I got all 4 of the holes drilled. I've got my eyelets set up here and got them set over the hole. And what I'm going to attempt to do, since I'm out here by myself, is get up underneath the trailer and try to start those bolts from the bottom up. These eyelets are threaded, and I'm going to try to put a bolt through the bottom and get them started in. Hopefully that'll work. I don't know. If not, I'll have to get some help, but hopefully I can get that. I'm going to do that and get them tightened down, and we'll be ready for the straps. So I've got, and I was right, I couldn't get the bolts in by myself, so I got Joe to help me. But all these eyelets are bolted down. I've got the first strap on, got it good and tight. The ratchet here kind of touches the tank just a little bit. So what I've done, I've cut the strap off to the length, you know, I didn't need all of it, I had a lot of extra. Cut it off and I've wrapped it around and put it there. It's kind of as a buffer between the metal on the ratchet and the tank. So it's in there good and tight, ain't gonna come out, and that should help keep from wearing a hole in the tank. I was looking at straps. I had shorter straps, but the shorter straps were higher. And even though I'm not using all this, I couldn't see giving more money for less material. So so there it is, good and tight. It's laid in that groove. And that ought to hold that tank on there. I'm gonna cut this strap off and we'll wrap it around like we did the other one. See, the back of that's just barely rubbing that tank, and I want to make sure it doesn't rub a hole in it, so put something back there as a buffer. I think that'll do it. All right, next step. Next step, or the next thing I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna build me a box here on the front to hold chemical jugs and odd end things, whatever it is I may need. Probably be a catch-all, but we need a place here to put it instead of having to throw all that stuff in the truck. It can just stay with the trailer. So we'll cut us some standards to go in this hole right here and on either side, and we'll I got some boards out here. We'll build us a little box there and have us a place to keep our stuff with us that we need. And then we'll go back to the back, and after we get this done, I'll show you what I'm gonna do about getting the water out of the tank, the pump and stuff that I've got. All right, we'll be back in just a minute. All right, I got 3 sides of my little box up. I'm fixing to cut this on an angle. Down through here, if you can see that line marked. And then we'll set this board here up on top of that 2x4. Get it secured real good. And that's going to be the end of the box. That'll be our little storage box on the front of it. And I'll show you what that's going to look like here in just a minute. Right now we're going to cut that angle on that right there. Hopefully I can see that line and be able to cut it. Alright, I was hoping I'd cut through that 2x4 too, but I didn't, so we'll have to figure that out another way. May handsaw that off, but yeah, that's what it's going to look like, and we'll have a board running across here, and that'll be all. So we're going to get the other side cut, get these 2x4s off, and I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. Alright, storage box is complete. Now to give me plenty of room, and I can run a strap across there to hold anything in place that I need to. The tank is mounted and in place. Now on to something that's kind of important, and that is our pump. So what I've done, I ordered this pump off Amazon, and this little pump don't look like much, and I hope it'll do what they say to do. It'll pump about 3.5 gallons a minute, which is not super fast, but for me, that is that'll do. I can get by with that. Take me about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, fill my sprayer up. But what I've got to do is I've got to get this elbow off right here, and gonna go back to this reducer, and I'm gonna have to find me a way to reduce this down to a male garden hose fitting, and I don't have that yet, but I can come up with something on that. But I'll take this elbow out and get that reduced down where we can put it on here. So I'm gonna mount my little pump somewhere right along in here. It's a 12-volt pump, so I'm gonna put a little battery box back here, and I'm gonna mount build me a little battery box and put a battery in it and run it off a battery. And hopefully that'll get us through. It's nothing special, nothing great, but it's better than what I had, and at least I'll have some water at the field, and also I'll have a tank to water livestock too if I need to do that. But it's just a water trailer. So right now we're gonna get the pump mounted. We're gonna get the little box made for the battery, and that's all the parts I've got. I've got to get the reducer over there, and we'll get that hooked up, and it'll be done. So we're gonna knock this out real quick and be right back. Well, I got my battery box made, I got the pump mounted, I got the elbow out. I just need to get me a reducer from 1.5 inches down to a male garden hose, or no, I've got the male, I need the female garden hose, and we'll be ready to see if this thing works, if it ever dries up where we can use it, but it will eventually. Well guys, I know this is nothing exciting, but like I said, it's rainy days. I can't get in the field. Everything's muddy and wet, and I needed to get this knocked out. So I've been working on it the days I can't do anything else. But we've got her fixed up, and hopefully we can be hauling some water to the field for the sprayer coming up pretty soon. And I really appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's nothing special. It's just my version of a water trailer. It's more than what I had, and it's better than what I had. But it's nothing fancy, but it'll get the job done. So guys, I sure appreciate you being here, and appreciate you hanging around and watching, and we'll see you next time.